Dave, after the positive aspects of the performance last week, does it feel like the team's continuing to build up going into the much easier road this weekend?
Definitely. I think you've seen that in the level of performances in the last 3 or 4 weeks. Definite progression every week. Results still aren't where they need to be. Obviously, there's loads of positives at Ibrox, difficult place to go, but we still lost the game, so we need to then still improve in certain areas, and our full focus has been on Motherwell this week to try and replicate at least that level of performance and make sure we can be even stronger in this game.
We need them to develop a bit of a ruthless streak, because those chances were there at Ibrox, weren't they? There's like five goals in the league for you this season.
Yeah, we definitely know that. Obviously created many chances at Ibrox. It doesn't happen very often as well. You have to take them when you do get them, especially places like that. And I think just that clinical nature we do need to improve. I would be much more concerned if we weren't creating them at all. But it's definitely an area we know we need to improve in, and we're working hard to do that.
Does that come with the players, obviously the new faces and the people getting used to it, kind of binding together a lot more? Are they more comfortable as a group now? Yeah,
it definitely helps. Training every day. I think also just confidence in general. I think you've seen that in the games going by, especially the second half against St Johnstone. Once we got the goal, you sort of seen the players relax a little bit, and I thought the level of performance went up. Players started to have a bit more free flowing, and I think we took that into the Rangers game as well. There's a lot of positive performances, and we need to make sure we start the game with that same mindset and same application, that and on the front foot, full of confidence, trying to create as many chances as we can.
Is it a delicate thing for you as a head coach, confidence and keeping it there when the results aren't there, but letting them know that there's the parts there that you like, but without rushing over the results need to come?
Yeah, I think so. I think that was definitely a challenge straight after the game. The mixed emotions, because I hate losing, first and foremost. I think that's the biggest challenge, is when you lose the game. And I've said it many times about trying to stay measured in, regardless of the defeat, result. You can sort of pick the bones, the good bits and the bad bits. And I think the message after the game, it was hard to be too critical with the amount of effort put in, the chances we had, and how the game went. And then on reflection, coming back in, once you watch the game, and if you take the emotion out of it, again, the areas in which we can improve have already highlighted there, which was just that clinicalness in the final third. But in terms of where the group's at and how the training has been this week, I'm really looking forward to the weekend. Everyone's trained really well, and we need to make sure that that's not just because you've went to Ibrox and you can raise your game for that. That's just the standard that we need to take into Motherwell at the weekend, to a team that are flying, doing really well, well organised, well coached. And it'll be a real tough test again this week, so that's been our focus, to make sure that there's zero complacency and it's all about what we can do.
Martin Boyle's not made the Australia squad. Is that to do with his hand?
Yeah, well, he's not trained at all, is he? So he's had his operation on his wrist. That's all went well, and he's getting back. He's progressing all the time, but he's not trained or played really. So since he's had the last camp really with Australia, so no surprise he's not to be selected.
Do you expect to see him back for the first game after the international break, or not?
Yeah, well, he's getting better all the time. I fully expect him to. He's still developing every single day. We're not going to take a risk on him if he was to fall on it and things like that. But I fully expect him to be back in days rather than weeks, which is great.
Joe, you see in contention for the weekend?
Yeah, back in contention. He's trained all week, which is great for him. Nicky Cadden the same. We've been putting no players carrying a few knocks. Luke Amor's carrying knocks, but we've had a strong training week this week. But every single day we're monitoring them and managing it, because they've not participated in every single aspect of it, and it's just been every day working out and how they recover after that, and we'll just see where we are tomorrow.
Having Joe back, is that a bit of a headache, given how well Cohen and Triantis have done in their last couple of years?
Yeah, I think even not just with Joe coming back, I think even when you look at the players who didn't play at the weekend, the players would be disappointed not to be playing. Even players I was able to bring on at the weekend, Dylan Levitt, Nathan Welsh, we've got competition everywhere. I've said that for a number of weeks now, and it's something that a headache that I want to have, but also I think it's really healthy for the squad. As long as everyone's pushing in the right direction and all together, it really creates a real competitive environment, and one that everyone's pulling together.
A national team call out for Quan. How impressed have you been with him this season?
Yeah, he's done excellent. I think it's exactly what we expected from him. He done really well on loan last season, and I think just you've seen him getting stronger, getting fitter, the way we are training, the way we work, and the way he's starting to get the ideas on what we want him to do. I think he's done really well, and I think that's credit to the squad, the club, for him going and getting the international recognition. I think when you come to a club like this, it does give the players who haven't had a call-up yet a chance, if they are performing on the big stage, especially at Ibrox at the weekend, for example, that this is an opportunity to try and push into your national team. And we've seen many players who haven't had caps who come here that go on to develop that. So it's a real credit to everyone involved, really.
Motherwell have obviously had a strong start to the season, but it's these the type of teams that you need to start picking up 3 points against if Hibs are going to go into the top 6 or even further this season.
100%. Listen, I think you see the league already. Everyone can beat everyone. We know we need to be at the top of our game to beat anyone in this league. But we also know we're a very good team, and if we do play to that level, we're very hard to beat. So I fully expect us to have a tough game at the weekend. As you say, they're in good run of form, but we need to be making sure that we do everything we possibly can, and we need to. These are, as you touched on there, the games at home where you need to try and make your home record as good as possible, and we've got an opportunity to try and improve that at the weekend.
It is a really volatile league this season. I think it's 5 points and you're in 4th, 3 points and you're bottom. Does that scare you, or does that almost say we can get a few wins under our belt, we could be 4th, 3rd in this league?
No, I think that's just the nature of this league. I think it's always the same. I think I've been in it long enough now and understand that as I've just touched on there, if you drop your standard at all, anyone can beat anyone, and we know that. The players are aware of that, and I think now when you look at the fixtures that lie ahead of us, we're not looking past this weekend obviously, but it's now an opportunity for us to build on our last home performance against St Johnstone, which was positive result, and make sure we start climbing the league, because we know the performances are getting better every week, but the results are the most important thing, so that's the thing we need to focus on the most.
Debut for Dwight Gale at Ibrox the weekend, what did you make of his performance?
He thought he was good. I think he was extremely unlucky not to score. I think even the small things like the long throw that comes in, he gambles at the near post, and just having that experience and instinct that he's got around the boxes, it's great to be able to bring someone like that on, and I think the chance he has, I think he does too well in that situation. You know, he's a bit frustrated with himself, but the fact he was in there, listen, he's a great asset to have to be able to bring off the bench, but not only that, he's pushing towards trying to get starts as well, so he's definitely improved the group, not just with his ability, but just how he is around the place, which is good for everyone.